infertile doesn't make it okay to have an affair!
This wasn't an affair. Since we can't have kids, I was just getting a little help for us.
That doesn't make any sense!
You love kids, don't you, Kay?
Yeah, but...
When you were told that you couldn't have children, weren't you the one that was the most upset?
Even if we couldn't have a child between the two of us, we could have adopted, or there were other ways to do it.
It would be too late if we did any of that.
You're the worst!
But why?
You're just trying to justify cheating on me!
No! I did it because I love you, Kay.
Whatever! That's it! We're getting a divorce! My name is Kei Miyanohara. I'm a 28-year-old working husband. I work as a personal trainer at MoniRobo sports gym, and I work out a lot myself too. I met my wife, Sari, at a singles event in the city, and at the beginning of this year, we got married. We were as happy as any newlyweds would be, and life was great. However, there was one terribly saddening reality. That is, that I'm infertile. Because of that, we were in a situation where it would be hard for us to have children, and I was overwhelmed with guilt and sadness about it.
It's okay. Even if we don't have kids, you're my husband and I'm your wife, right? We'll be able to find our own happiness, day by day.
I was saved time and time again by my wife's kind words. It was hard for someone like me, who really loves kids, but the chances weren't completely zero. I decided not to panic and take my time enjoying life with my wife, and half a year had gone by. And as for the reason why we're in this situation now... Sorry, it's already 10 p.m. at night. When are you planning on coming home?
Oh, sorry. I completely forgot to message you.
Jeez, are you drunk?
How did you know?
Look, I really don't want to say things like this, but recently, you've been going out to the bars too much.
Why not? Let me. I'm also working full-time and I'm tired. I want to let loose a little. Do you know how hard it is to be a hairstylist?
I'm pretty sure you finish work at 6 p.m., don't you?
Kay, you're too serious sometimes.
Wait a minute, don't tell me you've been drinking since 6 p.m.?
No, that would be too much. I just happened to run into someone I know on the way home, and they invited me to dinner, and we've been on a roll. What, are you mad?
If you're going to be back late, then you should have let me know earlier. I thought you were going to be home, so I already made dinner for both of us.
Don't you think you're overreacting? You don't have to get so mad.
It's a waste to throw it away, so I guess I'll pack it as my lunch for tomorrow.
Yeah, please go ahead and do that.
Hey, are you at the bar with your friend?
No, he's my senior colleague from the part-time job I had when I was a student.
What?
Don't worry, it's not like that at all. We're just catching up.
That's not the issue!
Why are you so mad? It's so unlike you.
You should have a little more self-awareness that you're a married woman!
What, do you not trust me?
How many times have you done this? Up until now, you would say you were hanging out with your girlfriends when you leave the house, but you were actually with that guy?
You worry too much, Kay. Everyone does this, you know.
No matter how you think about it, you're married, and yet you're hanging out one-on-one with another guy!
Well, my dear husband, are you finally getting jealous?
Excuse me?
I knew you had a sweet side to you. Shoot, I think I may have fallen for you all over again.
How much have you had to drink?
Don't worry, my heart is protected by a steel wall. I'm in love with Kei Miyanohara. I'm all yours and yours only.
Hurry up and come home! It's past midnight!
Yes, sir.
I'll run the bath for you.
Thanks. This is why you're the best.
I have an early morning tomorrow, so I'm going to bed.
Aye, Captain.
My wife, Sari, was someone who had a lot of friends and acquaintances. Regardless of guy or girl, if she was invited to go anywhere, she would gladly tag along. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't feeling jealous. Even though we just got married, Sari's actions only escalated. What do I do? I found myself thinking about it often, even at work. Yo, Kay! Oh, hey, Takuya. It's been a while. Whose fault is that? You never call me. My bad. Work's been pretty busy. Don't worry about it. You're the #1 most popular trainer at MoniRobo Sports Gym, right? Hey, don't tease me! I was being serious. Anyway, it's rare for you to call me out of nowhere. What's up? Did something happen? Well... It's about your wife. There's something I want to tell you. Did something happen to Sari? Your wedding 6 months ago got real rowdy. And there was even an after party, right? Yeah. That guy that was sitting on the bride's guest side? What is it? Stop beating around the bush and just tell me. That guy and your wife? Seems like they've been meeting up secretly. What? Look, I don't know the details or nothing, but I found that guy's account on MoniStagram and... Are you serious right now? It wasn't a private account, and at first I thought I was seeing things. Tell me, what kind of posts were they? They didn't even blur out their faces. There were multiple photos of the two of them looking like a couple, holding hands and all over each other. Are you kidding me? Does that mean that last month at that bar? No, calm down, Kay. It could also be a misunderstanding by Takuya. I need to think logically. The woman just might be a lookalike, and I know it ain't my place to say nothing. So, don't worry too much about it. Yeah, I got it. Thanks for letting me know. When we both have some time, let's go out for a nice meal soon. I'll treat you to some barbecue if you want, since I got my bonus recently. Well, if you insist, I'll gladly accept. Okay, I'll be in touch. After getting off the phone with my best friend, Takuya, my mind was a mess. It wasn't just the doubt that Sari might be hanging out with another guy, but also that she might actually be cheating on me. I felt like I was getting hit by a truck. Just like he said, there was plenty of a possibility that it was just a woman who looks like Sari. If I doubt her too much, then it might backfire and I might hurt her. I should trust her first and foremost, was what I decided, and I went about my days as usual. However, Sari, that's enough already! How many times do you have to do the same thing until you're satisfied?
Sheesh, you don't have to get that mad about it.
I heard from Takuya!
Takuya? You mean your best friend?
That guy just so happened to come across a photo of you on MoniStagram!
What?
Apparently, it was a photo of you looking very lovey-dovey with another guy. So I also looked it up and saw everything! At first, I wanted to believe that it was Takuya's misunderstanding, but after today, I now know it was all the truth!
I didn't know he had another account.
Are you finally going to admit to cheating on me with that guy from the bar?
I wasn't cheating, though.
You knew that I was on the evening shift tonight, right?
Yeah?
And it was your day off! So when I woke up, you were probably still in your dream.
Where did you see me?
At the cafe, near MoniRobo Sports Gym. When I was on my way to work, I saw it with my own eyes that you were with another guy having the time of your life.
Like I said, he's just my former colleague that I used to go to work with.
I thought he looked familiar, and it really was that guy who came to our wedding. It was exactly as Takuya said. Normally, would a married woman hold hands with any other guy that isn't her husband?
Well, that's...
Look, please, just tell me the truth.
That person is...
The guy's name was Yuto. He was 29 years old, 1 year older than us. Apparently, he was a very popular hairstylist who would be fully booked for days at a time. Sari met him at beauty school, and she said they used to date for a while too. Yuto graduated first and got a job, and they started fighting a lot. Then they broke up. After that, they hadn't been in contact at all. That means that he was Sari's ex-boyfriend, and I couldn't figure out why on earth she would invite her ex-boyfriend to her wedding. I was starting to get dizzy just thinking about it. Who reached out first?
I did.
So even though you guys broke up and already had no contact, why did you try to get back in touch with him?
Because I was...
I can't hear you. Say it again.
Because I wasn't sure if we were in love.
What?
You never use your words to tell me, and since you won't take the same days off as me, we can't even go out on dates. I felt like we were becoming less and less of a married couple, and it scared me.
I'm sorry. I don't understand at all.
I was trying to think of ways that I could be more lovey-dovey with my Kay that I love.
And this was your conclusion?
I thought that maybe if I were to hang out with another guy, then maybe you would love me more.
So let me get this straight. In order to purposely make me jealous, you cheated on me and invited him to our wedding?
I didn't know about them on Instagram account. This is the first time I'm hearing about his other accounts, and that he was uploading those pictures.
Either way, it doesn't change the fact that you were cheating on me.
This is all your fault.
For what it's worth, I wanted to be happy with you. That's why I married you. You said I wasn't telling you with my words, but that's your misunderstanding.
That's not true. You were always only thinking about your job.
Anytime I had a moment at work, I would be messaging you. And whenever we couldn't have dinner together, I would leave a letter expressing my love and gratitude for you on the table next to dinner. If I didn't love you, I never would have married you. Don't you feel the same way?
I'm sorry.
If all that you were doing was hanging out and drinking together, or catching up at the cafe, then I could think about forgiving you for everything.
Well, then we can just say that the baby in my stomach is yours, right?
Excuse me?
Yeah, because you're so nice. I'm so glad I married you.
Hey, wait a minute!
I don't know the gender yet, but personally, I hope it's a girl.
When she said the word baby, I was stunned! Recently, Sari and I hadn't had a night together like that. The last time we did it was... I don't know when. I can't even remember. Either way, there was no way that it was mine. I decided to confront her even more. Sorry? Are you telling me that you're pregnant?
That's right. Even though it's only 2 to 3 weeks right now.
Whose child is that?
Don't be silly. Obviously, it's yours and mine.
Nope. That's definitely a baby you've made with Yuto.
How can you say that? That's awful.
Didn't you say we can just say that the baby in my stomach is yours? You're trying to mask the situation by saying you did it to make me jealous, and yet you're already deep into it with him?
When I told him that we were troubled because of your fertility, he said that he would help us.
I can't do this. You're so out of your mind that it's hurting my head.
It's true. You and this baby might not be related by blood.
What do you mean, might not be? It's 100% not!
Even then, you love kids, so you'll take care of it all the same, right?
That's not what this is about!
Why not?
Just because I'm infertile doesn't make it okay to have an affair!
This wasn't an affair. Since we can't have kids, I was just getting a little help for us.
That doesn't make any sense!
You love kids, don't you, Kay?
Yeah, but...
When you were told that you couldn't have children, weren't you the one that was the most upset?
Even if we couldn't have a child between the two of us, we could have adopted, or there were other ways to do it.
It would be too late if we did any of that.
You're the worst!
But why?
You're just trying to justify cheating on me!
No, I did it because I love you, Kay.
Whatever, that's it! We're getting a divorce!
Kay!
And so, I'm sure you can see the reason behind the biggest fight we've ever had. Currently, I've left the house, and I'm taking a few deep breaths at a business hotel nearby. I can only imagine that she was already going down the wrong path since before we got married. Cheated on me to make me jealous? It was such a ridiculous way to go about it that I could feel myself getting depressed just thinking about it. Just like that, my supposedly happy, newlywed life was closing its curtains after just 6 months. I know it's been a tough time. Sorry, Kay. Thanks, Takuya. These last 2 weeks have been pretty crazy, haven't they? Yeah. Sari's parents are reasonable people, so I was somehow able to get the divorce through. Even still, looks like your wife had something wrong with her head. I don't know. I think I have myself to blame too. I should have realized at the point when she was hanging out at night with another guy. Nah, the person who cheated is 100% at fault. I don't know. I know you'll find another great woman in no time. Want me to introduce you to someone? Thanks, but I'm going to pass. I only just got divorced. I'm not really looking. You're right. My bad. That's alright. I know you're just trying to make me feel better. In times like this, the best thing to do is to eat something delicious and forget about it. Meet me in front of the train station. Your best friend will treat you to a high-end restaurant. After that, time flew by in a blink, and before I knew it, 5 years had already passed by. I transferred to the MoniRobo sports gym in a different state, almost immediately after getting the divorce. Every now and then, I was going back to my hometown to meet up with Takuya, but otherwise, my days were consumed by work. I wasn't having any luck with relationships, or so I thought I wouldn't, but I had started dating my colleague at the head of marketing for the gym, Kyoko Kisanagi. She was an incredibly kind woman who accepted me and understood my past traumas as well.
This burger is so good.
Rookie Burger is a famous chain restaurant. They have them all over the country.
I didn't know that.
Is this your first time having it?
My hometown is the middle of nowhere, so we didn't have a single fast food restaurant anywhere nearby.
I see.
I knew of the name, but today is my first time trying it.
Well then, today's going to be your Rookie Burger anniversary date.
I'm just happy that I got to have it with you.
She's so cute. And what a beautiful smile.
What should we do after we finish eating?
Why don't we go to the museum nearby? They're doing an exhibit on Vincent van Gogh's works.
I want to go. I'm a big fan of Van Gogh.
Perfect. Then let's get going pretty soon.
Kay!
Sorry?
I'm so glad I finally found you.
Hey, get off me! What are you doing? And in public nonetheless.
What are you saying? We're a married couple, aren't we? There's no need to be embarrassed.
No. You and I are ex-married.
Even if we got a divorce, we were once in love together. Let's hurry up and get remarried and go back to the way things were.
Seriously, stop that! Don't touch me!
After we broke up, I was so depressed.
Yeah, I was cheated on, and my heart and my body were a disaster.
After my parents paid the settlement, they disowned me.
That's no surprise.
I was pregnant at the time. Don't you think that's awful?
It's not the baby's fault at all, but you destroyed my life.
It was your fault. Because you never showed me any affection, I had to... with him.
I want nothing to do with a woman who cheats just to make her partner jealous. Even if the world ended tomorrow, I'd refuse.
What did you say?
Anyway, why are you here?
This is where Yuto's hometown is. 3 months ago, he moved back here to set up his own salon.
I asked for a transfer because I wanted to get away from her. This is the worst.
5 years ago, at the same time as giving birth, I got remarried.
So you finally got together with your boyfriend. Congrats.
No, it's not happy at all. It turns out that Yuto is a complete male chauvinist and misogynist. I was tricked. He made me quit my job as a hairstylist that I loved so much. And after that, he made me basically a hostage. He yells at me to make sure everything is perfect around the house. And when my daughter cries, he takes it out on the house and destroys it.
Weren't you dating him when you were a student, though?
I didn't know his true colors back then. But now I know that Yuto is scarier than the devil.
You can't even raise your child properly?
Stop it! Our daughter is crying!
Shut up, both of you! Crying and complaining, I've had enough! I'm over here working with no days off! Do you even understand? Huh?
What on earth happened to you? When I got pregnant, you were so happy.
I didn't think that thing was going to be crying non-stop like that. Just when I thought she was finally in preschool, so maybe she would grow up.
That's because you yell at her so much.
What did you say?
Even when my daughter tries to play with her dad, he just plays games on his phone and ignores her.
What's wrong with me having some hobbies and enjoying them?
This girl isn't just my daughter, you know.
And what makes you think you can talk back to me like that?
It's not like that.
You were planning on raising that kid with your ex-husband as if it was yours, aren't you? From the very beginning, you just wanted my sperm, and you lured me in and tricked me. Am I wrong? You should just be grateful that I even married you. Sorry, you're a complete piece of crap that only thinks about yourself. You're scum of the earth.
No.
Seriously, it's so loud. If you don't make her shut up, do you know what's going to happen? Do you?
Someone please help.
It's amazing that you decided to get back together with that guy.
That's because you cornered me into a divorce.
Stop making everything my fault, even to this day, when you know that the reason was all because you cheated on me!
But my child didn't do anything wrong!
You'll never understand, will you? This is pointless!
Hey, why don't we start over? You and me?
Huh?
Look, my daughter loves people. She's always smiling at people she meets for the first time. She's super cute. This is your new dad. Come on, say hi.
The little girl, wearing a very cute dress, just stood there and stared at me. To be honest, it didn't look like she loves people at all. If anything, she looked terrified of adults. This is just my guess, but things were probably smooth sailing in the beginning after getting remarried to Yuto, until one day, his attitude did a 180, and their lives completely changed. Sari was financially and emotionally at her wit's end, and she ran away with her daughter. In the midst of that, she happened to run into me like this. When Sari tried to make her child shake hands with me, right at that moment...
Please stop. What? Kay is clearly uncomfortable, and your daughter looks like she's about to cry, too. Who the hell are you? I am very grateful to be dating Kay. My name is Kyoko Kisanagi. Nice to meet you. What? Kay is living a new life already, and to be straight with you, you're in the way. Who the hell does she think she is? And who is the one that traumatized him by hurting him so deeply? I heard that you cheated on him to make him jealous. Yeah, and what? No matter which way you think of it, it's wrong. Just because you're Kay's current girlfriend, don't get carried away. You're one to talk when you can't think of anybody else but yourself. How dare you? It's not Kay's responsibility to protect your daughter, Miss Sari. It's you. It's impossible! That guy is going to chase after me, no matter what! Then why don't you go to the police? And what if they don't do anything? Then what happens to me? That's not Kay's problem, and you can't rely on him for your own issues. But my parents also left me. I don't know what to do. Do you really think it's a time for you to be complaining? If you want to have a better life with your daughter, then you need to step up and do something about it yourself.
Kyoko.
I called the police on your behalf already and told them about your situation. What? All you have to do now is go to the nearest station and explain it through your own words. And please don't get Kay involved any further.
Sorry.
Kay, you'll help, right? Won't you?
No, I won't.
How could you?
I'm not that child's parent. All I can tell you is to go to the police, too.
I can't do this.
Kyoko, we should get going now.
Yes.
Well then, goodbye. For good this time.
No, why is this happening to me?
Sari did exactly as she was told and went to the police station and reported her husband's domestic violence and abuse. As a result, Yuto was arrested for assault and abuse. Even though his salon had just opened, the town quickly found out the truth about him, and it shut down immediately. There were bruises and scars left all over my ex-wife Sari's body, and after seeing the extent of the abuse, it's expected for him to get a pretty heavy sentencing. Even though she cheated on me and we got a divorce, I couldn't help but feel bad for her. She must have grabbed her daughter and ran away, knowing that their lives depended on it. Sari's mental health crumbled, and she was admitted into the hospital for long-term treatment. She was in no state to raise a child, so her daughter was placed to live in a childcare center. We can only hope that the little girl can find some happiness now. In some ways, it may be the retribution for the hell that Sari went through.
They said the baby is doing really well and growing big. Looks like we have nothing to worry about, Kay.
I'm so glad we didn't give up and continued infertility treatment. I'm so happy. My eyes are getting wet.
Dad, it's still too soon to start crying.
Kyoko, thank you. Thank you so much for becoming my wife.
I am also grateful for you, Kay.
I guess it's lame for a man almost 40 years old to be crying like this.
No, not at all.
No matter what happens, no matter where we go, I'm going to protect you and our baby if my life depends on it.
Me too.
When we get back home, I'll make dinner that's perfect for this stage of pregnancy. Low sodium and full of nutrition.
All of your homemade cooking is always delicious. I can't wait.
After all of that, Kyoko and I got married, and I began male infertility treatments. It did take us a few years, but eventually, we were able to get pregnant with our first child. The fertility doctor congratulated us, and we both cried tears of joy. No matter what kind of hurdles we face from now on, I know that we can get through them together. I can't wait to become the happiest family of 3 on Earth. This was going to be a happy new beginning and the start of the best chapter of my life.